And now it's time to get on to a man who, Punske plus beauty equals IHC going to natties at both levels for back-to-back years. In the elite this go around, the Islanders Hockey Club 34-10-0-0. They join up in Pool B here, which is going to be a tough pool to play in. 209 goals for, 117 goals against. The three top point getters in all the USPHL Elite, all on the same line, leading this thing off for them. They were first in the North this year. They absolutely controlled things, Lucas, throughout the entirety of the year and the postseason. How they get here?
Well, they swept the Springfield Picks, 2 games, 2 victories, and only 2 goals, plus 2-goal differential on that one. So you've got a bunch of close games. We know the Picks have been tough, especially for IHC this season, but they have battled, and they're here, and they're ready to create a little bit of chaos, Dan.
Yeah, and I talked to Coach Punske before this thing kicked off, and he talked about this year. There's been a lot more coaching involved. Last year, it just felt like it was working in every direction. This year, they've had to mix, they've had to match, they've had to make things happen, and the boys have been willing to learn, have been willing to work, have been willing to scrape and claw. This is a blue-collar side this year. Last year, things came easy. This year, they're making them happen. When you can work through adversity and you can find success, you can make incredible things happen. They've beaten Wilkes-Barre twice, Lucas. There's not many that can say that anywhere in the world right now, at the Premier or the Elite. They've got 2 wins over Wilkes-Barre. Just how big is that?
I mean, that's huge, right? These are the things that you can look back on a season and you can build on, right? You can go back, you can look at that footage. And to a certain extent, the guys already know, right? They can get out there and it almost becomes muscle memory at that point. Where you do run into a little bit of a problem with IHC. You've got the 2 wins against Wilkes-Barre, but against the pool that they're in, Dan, 1 and 2 on the season so far. Again, you have more experience than some of the other guys. The games have been close, but it's going to have to be a bit of a balancing act for Punske's squad.
That trip to Florida always helps IHC get a real good glimpse of the rest of this elite, right? It helps a ton at the elite level that IHC gets on the plane and flies down to Florida. It also helps the suntan. That's why I live down here. I'm a Florida guy now. They've got the Generals, Rockets, and then Eels. That's their Thursday, Friday, Saturday matchups. You talk about the keys, and you got to start with, I love it when they call me Big Papa Lardo. That's Ryan Papalardo. That's a nice way to transition that one. 88 points for him on the year. How about Jacob Banky, who takes it to the Banky every day? 87 points for him. And Thomas Radillo, this young man is ridiculous with 74 points. Ite Bandar, this is a guy who was picked by the Team Israel squad. This is a young man who put up 48 points this year. And you know what? We know Papalardo, we know Banky, we know Radillo. We know these guys are going to bring the pain each and every day. Bandar's got to come up large.
Yeah, these skaters have got to come up large. They've got to come out firing. The offense so important in the national tournament, not just for wins, potentially for goal differential. We'll see if the Islanders Hockey Club can keep this offense rolling.
www.gmusport.com. Head there right now. You're proud sponsors of the USPHL National Championships in 2022. This doesn't happen without the great folks at GMU. You'll be getting your GMU Sport Star of the Game hats after each game. Our Star of the Game will get those in an interview post-game. And guess what? You can now get 22% off your next order at www.gmusport.com. Get yourself in better shape. Take on that New Year's resolution a couple months into the year. It's never too late to start. USPHL 22, USPHL 22 at checkout. That's your coupon code. You get 22% off protein powders, pre-workouts, vitamins, whatever you need to get yourself in a better shape. Thank the Dan K Show for that one.